Hi guys, welcome back. So before we do layering, there are so many other details that I decided to add to this. Okay, some details that we can add to give it a more realistic view is we can add either there is top stitching, there is piping, and there is puckering. Puckering is when something looks like for example, if I said puckering here, let's go back. You see that there is that realistic feeling on the side, like, you know, that's puckering. So I'm going to give the top piping. So I'm going to go back to assets and I'm going to say piping. Now piping is much easier when you hide the avatar. It will be easier for you to pipe because then you're not obstructed. So if I say from here to here and then from here, I'll say from here to here and then 1 to end. Yeah, and oh no, let's do that again. This one is from here to here, and then also from here you press shift and then it goes all the way around and then double click, and then around the neck, click shift, click shift, click shift, click shift, and double click to close it. So when we are in piping, we can say edit piping. In edit piping, I'll be able to choose all the pipings, and we can choose it to be flat or round. In this case, I'm going to make it round, and we can choose the fabric. Let me make it a default fabric, and we can also choose like how wide we want it to be. If you want it to be big, extremely wide, I want it to stay like this. In the meantime, let me change the color of this fabric so that I'm able to use it. Brown is usually good with red, so let me go with red, and I have to go to edit piping again, and I'm going to choose the red fabric. Yeah, so now you can see. So let's bring back our avatar. Now you can see that the piping in red is appearing here. Let me simulate. Boom, and we have our piping. So be careful for such incidences. I don't like when that happens. So let's edit the piping. I guess that's the issue of simulation. I don't think it's something to do with the piping. Yeah, now it's visible. I don't think it's something to do with my piping. It's something to do with the simulation. So that's one thing. So let's go to, let's say we want to give it also top stitching. You can say segment top stitching or free top stitching, just like the sewing. And I want to give this a top stitch. Yep, and then I'm going to give this a top stitch as well. we'll give the zipper a top stitch, even here top stitch. Where else? I think that's it. So now you see here, with the top stitch you can adjust the offset. The offset means like where it's going to be, but that's not the exact place to edit that. We have to go here to the property thingy, and then there are different libraries. There are custom types of, there are different types of top stitching, so you'll be able to play with whichever one. I think when I move, it changes over here, you see. So we can also have a buttock, and let's just say running stitch. It's a normal one, yeah. And you can also choose the number of lines. If I wanted 2 lines, then it will give me 2 lines. Yep, like that. But let's go back to 1 line. And yeah, the distance, you can change the distance. Let me make it 0.04 for example. And then here you have a like 10 thread count or whatever. Let's say I said 6 by 3 meters, okay. And then the space is 0 unless you want there to be space. Margin blend and all of that. So here you can increase the offset. Let's say you can increase it to 0.7. You see, well, it moved, so let me take it back to 0.4. Yeah, and you can change the color here. I'll give it a red. Yeah, so now you can see the top stitch. Let me go back. Yeah, we can see our top stitch here, and I'm sure you'd be at the bottom as well. You can see our top stitch at the top and at the bottom. On the side we have our puckering. I think, let me change the color of this so that we can see the details more. Let me change it to a lighter brown. Ugh. Okay, just for education purposes, let's leave it like this. Now you can see all the detail. Okay guys, that was the that was this segment to show you the different finishing techniques and what you can do. In the next class, let's do the layering. See you there.